The Forsters actually believe that Grant shot himself?
Yes.
Unbelievable.
Well, I wasn't there when Hunter explained the whole thing, but apparently he believes that Grant could have taken the gun and wedged it in this heavy award that he has in his office and then used the length of the piping to pull the trigger.
Well, he'd be lucky not to blow his head off.
Maybe he was willing to take the risk.
He'd have to be crazy, Taylor. You don't mean to tell me that you believe that's what happened?
Connor, it isn't what I believe that matters. It's what the jury is going to believe. And that's why I called you here. I wanted to talk to you about Ridge. Could this theory be enough to get Ridge acquitted?
Sorry I'm late. I was being followed. Reporters? I expect so. Don't worry, I lost them.
Grant's gonna pay for this.
For now, let's make sure that you don't.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. How long till the trial?
Oh, I'd say we have at least another 6 weeks.
6 weeks? You've got to be kidding. Why is it taking so long? I've got to get this over with now.
Ridge, I understand your frustration.
Jonathan, I don't think you do. I'm living in this pigsty, cut off from my friends, my family, the kids. Taylor?
I know this is difficult, but for your own sake, we cannot rush things. We've got to take as much time as we can get.
But why? We already know who shot Grant, and we know why.
But we don't have any proof yet. Look, let's just take the time we're allowed and give Hunter a chance to back up his theory.
How? He's not going to find any new evidence. Grant's smart. He's covered his tracks already.
But still...
Jonathan, I can't live like this anymore. I feel like I might as well be in prison.
Oh, come on, you don't mean that.
But I do. Look at my life. I've got no family, no freedom, no career. The woman I love is slipping away from me, Jonathan. I cannot keep living like this. We've got to speed this up.
But Ridge...
Just tell me how we can do that.
Well, we could waive the probable cause hearing.
Let's do it.
I just don't think that's wise.
Are you trying to tell me that we don't have a chance here?
There's always a chance, Ridge.
Well, then, let's go for it, then.
This is against my advice.
Let's do it anyway. I want this nightmare to be over as soon as possible. And if it can't be, it doesn't really matter, does it?
I'll set up an appointment with the judge.
Put that down.
Rick, what are you doing here?
I've got more right to be here than you do.
No, I just meant I thought you'd be on your way to school.
My dad's taking me.
Oh. Well, you better get going. You're going to be late.
Why? So you can go through Ridge's stuff some more?
Well, that's not what I was doing.
You were too. I saw you.
Okay. I know we haven't had a chance to talk since the other day.
We don't need to talk.
Well, I think we do.
I don't care what you think. You don't even belong here, Grant. Why can't you just leave my family alone?
Do I think this theory could actually get Ridge acquitted?
Yes, what are his chances?
Taylor, criminal law is not really my area of expertise.
Well, whatever your experience is what we have enough to convince a jury?
In my opinion, no. What you have is a theory, and a pretty fantastic one at that.
It isn't that fantastic.
Taylor, do you honestly expect a jury of 12 people to believe that Grant would risk his own life in order to get back at Ridge?
Well, we don't expect them to believe it. All we have to do is create reasonable doubt, right?
Reasonable doubt is based on facts, not conjecture. Does Ridge have any evidence to back this up?
Yes. According to Hunter, the award and the piping were found exactly in the same place they would have been if Grant had used them to shoot himself.
That's it?
So far?
That's consistent with your theory, but it doesn't prove it. Nor does it disprove Grant's. There are Ridge's prints on the gun, the security guard who saw him leaving the scene, and the gunshot residue on his hands.
Well, even Hunter thinks that was planted.
Planted? How?
I don't know. He doesn't know how.
I'm sorry, Taylor, really. For your sake, I wish this wasn't the case, but what it boils down to is you have two men accusing each other, one of whom is lying. And the lion's share of evidence is on Grant's side.
Ridge didn't do it. I know he didn't. I know he didn't. But we can't prove it, can we?
I know that's not what you wanted to hear.
No, I wanted to hear the truth.
Well, if you have any other questions, please don't hesitate to call me, okay?
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Rick, I can't leave your family alone because I'm part of that family now. All right, I know you're not happy about that, but that's okay.
You don't care what I feel.
Well, of course I do, Rick. That's what I'm trying to help you understand.
You don't understand anything.
Well, I understand more than you think. Now, I know that you were close with Ridge.
Till you got him thrown in jail.
Rick, that's not something I wanted to do. It's something I had to do.
Yeah, right.
All right, I know you must have been upset when he showed up the other day.
He's not the one upsetting me.
Are you sure? Your mother has told me some things about you and Ridge. And that you had trouble accepting him when he first came into your life with your mother. And when you finally did accept him and you learned to trust and love him, everything fell apart. Now, that must have been rough on you. And I know what you're thinking. Here's this new guy coming into my life making all these promises. He's probably going to get what he wants. He's just going to leave. Rick, I'm not going to do that to you. I'm always going to be here for you.
I don't want you here.
Well, maybe not now, but in time.
Not ever. Why can't you just go away?
I can't do that, Rick. I made a commitment to your mother and to you guys.
She doesn't want you either. She wants Ridge.
Rick, that's enough.
You know it's true. That's why you put him in jail. But he didn't shoot you. He didn't.
Rick, come here. Just calm down.
Let me go.
No, I want
Let
to
me
talk
go.
to you.
I don't
Just
want to talk to you.
I want
I
you
already
to
said
listen to
I
me.
didn't want to
Get
talk
your
to you.
hands off of him. Go to your father. He's in his office. Go on. What the hell are you doing with that child?
Mr. Young,
Your Honor, Miss Emerson, thank you for seeing me.
this is about the Forrester case, I take it? Are you looking for a continuance?
No, Your Honor. Quite the opposite. We waive the right to a probable cause hearing and respectfully demand a speedy trial. One that is consistent with Your Honor's schedule, of course.
Where is your client, Mr. Young?
Oh, he was excused, but I assure you, Your Honor, this is Mr. Forrester's desire.
Miss Emerson,
We're prepared to accommodate the defense, providing Your Honor is willing.
how long will it take you to try this case?
A week, maybe 2.
I assume both sides are ready?
We're ready.
Very well. I have a full docket, but I can squeeze you in at the beginning of next week.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I hope your client knows what he's doing, Counselor.
Stephanie, don't even start with me.
Why would you antagonize that child, knowing what he's going through?
I know better than anyone what that kid is going through.
Oh, of course you do. You're responsible for it.
I'm responsible.
Yes. You married their mother without giving those children a chance to get to know you. You're responsible for stealing their father's business, and you're responsible for putting his brother in jail.
What I did was to protect those kids.
Oh, please.
It's the truth, Stephanie. Now I'm doing my best to salvage that family and try to repair all the damage it was caused by yours.
I beg your pardon.
Oh, you should. After all you've done to those kids, you should be on your knees begging for forgiveness.
What, I don't get a lecture for coming over here?
Not on your life. I can't even tell you how much I've missed you.
I've missed you too.
Well, you wouldn't admit that before.
I guess I was afraid to.
Why?
Well, whatever I thought, it doesn't seem to matter now.
I know what you mean. All those things I once thought were so important don't seem to rate a blip on the radar screen anymore. Those things I put off, thinking I'd get to them later, they're all I can think about now. I feel like I've wasted so much time, Doc. But all that's gonna change. I'm gonna take control of my life, focus on what really matters. It's gonna be very different, you'll see. Once this is all over with.
You blame us for what Rick is going through?
That's right.
What exactly is it that you think we've done?
Well, how about Eric deserting that kid ever since he was a baby? Our Ridge winning and gaining his trust and then breaking every promise he ever made to him. You Forresters have been doing a number on that kid's head since he was born. But do you take responsibility? No, you want to blame me.
This is just ridiculous babbling on your part.
Good. If that's how you feel, that's your attitude, great. I'll take control of Rick. I'll show him that there's someone in his life that he can count on who's always going to be there for him. And all you have to do is stay out of my way.
So that you can fill his head with the lies that you've been telling everyone else?
Oh, here it comes. The old I shot myself theory.
I'm on to you, Grant.
What you are is desperate, and nobody's going to believe that bull story.
Well, I believe it. I know it's what happened. And we're going to prove it. And you know what, when we do? This whole little fantasy life that you've built here at Forrester is just going to go up in smoke.
If you think that a jury in the world is going to believe that theory, you're the one living in a fantasy world.
Well, we'll see, won't we?
Stephanie, face the facts. Ridge is going to trial, he's going to be convicted, and he's going to prison. Now, I wish it didn't have to be that way, but it does.
The truth is going to come out, Grant.
Well, I know what you think, and you're wrong.
Get the hell out of this office.
Fine. I should know by now it's better not to argue with a Forrester. But remember, everything that's happening to Ridge, he brought it all on himself.
You do believe me, don't you, that things are gonna change?
Of course.
For the better, I mean.
Of course, for the better. Well, you changed this place a little. You've cleaned it up. Flowers look nice.
Well, I guess it just needed a woman's touch.
What woman are we talking about?
Felicia.
Oh. So Felicia brought you these things, and that was very sweet.
Well, I picked up a few things myself. Swipe that from home.
I'm sure your mother doesn't mind.
Well, she might. It's the only one she has.
I'll have to lend her one of mine. I still have every single one of them.
Remember that?
Better than you, I'll bet.
Well, I admit I may not remember all the details, but I sure do remember the feeling. That total confidence that everything I wanted in life was mine for the taking. Certainly come a long way from that, haven't I, Doc? But I'm going to get that feeling again. All I have to do is get through this trial.
You really shouldn't be thinking about that. It's going to be a long time before it ever even goes to court.
Not that long.
What do you mean?
Well, you should probably know I've asked Jonathan to waive the pretrial proceedings.
Why did you do that?
Speed things up, get on with my life.
Rich, there is a reason for those proceedings. You need this. It'll give you a better chance. It'll give you time to build a defense.
But I don't need more time. I need to put all this behind me, and I can't do that until I go before a jury and tell them my story.
What did Jonathan say?
He wasn't too happy. Look, there are a lot of people that need me here. My family, the kids, maybe even you a little. And what I'm doing here, hiding out like this is no life for me, Doc. I've got to face it, and the sooner the better.
Well, when will this all come to trial?
If I have my way, probably a day or two at the most.
That soon? And after that, what?
After that, everything. Doc, I can't tell you how many nights I've laid awake thinking about how it's going to be once this trial is over. First thing we're going to do is get married.
Do I have any say in this?
Absolutely. You can decide where. I was thinking about the foot of a volcano in Hawaii, or maybe a palazzo in Italy. What do you think?
Why not the Sistine Chapel?
Why not? Absolutely. Then a honeymoon, 6 months at the very least.
6 months?
We'll travel around the world, see things we've been wanting to see, go places where they don't even know who we are. Spend whole days together, just us. Then we'll come home, find a big house somewhere, and raise a ton of kids.
How many is a ton of kids?
Oh, I don't know. I think when we get to that point, I'll let you know. That's gonna be our world, Doc. A home, a family. Can't ask for more, can I?
No, you really can't.
It's gonna happen, too. I'm gonna make it happen. Just as soon as I get through with all this, as soon as the trial is over.
As soon as it's over.
Hello?
Ridge, Jonathan.
Jonathan, did you talk to the judge yet?
She agreed to an early court date. We start next week.
Oh, good.
You sure this is what you want?
Absolutely, Jonathan. Absolutely. Thank you. The trial starts next week.
Oh, Rich, that's so soon.
It's only a matter of time now, Doc. Only a matter of time.